You're just following the signs like other people. You keep pulling over and asking, excuse me, and everybody's telling you their story, and you wind up going around and around and around, you never get where you're going. You've been on that trip before? Yeah. I was on that same trip. It was called Christianity. I don't blame Christ because I love Jesus Christ. I don't blame the church because the church is an institution trying to inspire people to do the right thing. But people wrote some things which is not accurate, and they did not answer the most critical questions. As I was growing up, I'm just giving you a little background on my history. I grew up in 5 different foster homes. I wasn't an orphan, but it just so happened that myself and some of my siblings, we grew up in foster homes. Each one was a different denomination. So before I came into Islam, I was Baptist, I was Methodist, I was Presbyterian, I was all of that, and Catholic. So I had the full buffet. The full buffet, huh? But there were some critical questions that wasn't answered. For instance, how can Jesus be God and his own Son and also the Holy Spirit? And how is God in 3 persons, but he's not 3 gods? I used to ask that question, but people used to tell me, son, keep quiet. It's a mystery. Just believe. You heard that before, right? No, it's not a mystery, and we're not supposed to believe in mysteries or ghosts. So when I first got the chance to read the Quran and read about Jesus Christ in the Quran and the life of Jesus Christ in the Quran and his mother and her mother, when I read the Quran for the first time and I read this verse called Qul Huwallahu Ahad, Allahu Samad, when I read those verses, the questions was answered without any denial, just like the sun coming up in the morning. The answers came very quickly. And what it made me want to do was read more of the Quran. And the more of the Quran that I read, the more satisfaction came. Then when I read about the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him, I saw the connection to Jesus Christ. I saw the connection to the other prophets. After that, it confirmed to me all the beliefs I had about God and the last day and about death and about resurrection was all there in the Quran. So because it answered all the questions and has been answering those questions since I took my Shahada, I decided to become a Muslim. So Islam found me. It wasn't me that found Islam. And we're hoping, inshallah, that maybe you will ask the same questions and maybe Islam will find you. And by the way, sister, I never stopped being a Christian. I'm a Muslim, but Jesus was a Muslim. That means he submitted himself to God. That's what Muslim means. He submitted himself to God. So Abraham was a Muslim, and Isaac and David was Muslim, and Solomon was Muslim, and Moses was a Muslim because they all did what? They submitted themselves to God. So I'm loving Jesus Christ as I loved Jesus Christ before, and love him more because I got more correct information about Jesus Christ. But I know Jesus Christ is not God, and God is not Jesus Christ. God is the creator, and he's not the creation. You agree? Of course. See? So on the basis of that, I challenge any Christian to compete with my love for Jesus Christ. So, in that respect, when people say, why did you stop being a Christian? I say to them, who told you that? No, I'm still a Christian if Christian means loving Christ. If Christian means submitting to God like Christ. If it means following what Christ said, then I'm doing that. But I went a little bit further. I left high school and I graduated from the university. The university is called Islam. How many would you like to graduate from the university? Allahu Akbar today.